Hi, you're watching Dante's Boxing Nation. Woo!
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So the Grand Wizard of the decafs and old media himself, Jim Lampley, spoke on racist Teofimo Lopez. And if you really pay attention to what he's saying, and the guy who's asking the question to Jim Lampley, which is the Puerto Rican guy that works with Fight Hype, they're both indirectly trying to defend and justify what Teofimo Lopez said, all the racist stuff that he said, by using Teo's own talking points, which is, oh, he's just saying racist stuff just to promote a fight. Now, and I'm going to completely unpack the ridiculous things that these racist people say, but before I do, I want to play this clip of exactly what Jim Lampley said.
And Terrence, he asked Teo to apologize, which he did, because the issue was the use of racism as promotion, which Teo openly admitted in front of Terrence. He said, yes, it was just promotion. So my question for you is, what do you think about a fighter openly admitting that he's using racism as promotion?
Now, hold on. Before I even let this continue, I have to say that is the most ridiculous question I've ever heard anybody ask in an interview. What do you think about someone admitting that they're using racism as promotion? The question should have been, what is your thoughts on Teofimo Lopez openly being racist in the sport of boxing? And so many writers and media members are being quiet about it. But this guy from Fight Hype, he's not going to ask that question because he's actually trying to defend the racist. This is no different than some racists in the comment section saying, oh, Teo, he's not a racist. He was just doing that for promotion. Because after all, that's what the racist himself said. Despite the fact that Teofimo Lopez has been saying racist things for years. And even if Teo did want to use that defense, this is just to promote a fight, how come he never said anything racist about Josh Taylor or Steve Claggett? Hell, that would have been the best fight for Teo to try to sell since nobody was going to be interested in watching it. I mean, he fought Steve Claggett in a small-ass ballroom. All the different races of people that Teofimo Lopez has faced. And the only ones that he wants to racially offend are the black fighters? And how do you promote a fight that you haven't even tried to negotiate to make? You haven't showed any interest in even making a fight with a Terrence Crawford or anyone else. Teo says all this racist stuff about black people in general. So it's not that offensive to me to hear the actual racist Teofimo Lopez try to defend why he's a racist. Of course he's going to say something stupid. Racist people always use a stupid justification for why they're racist after they get exposed or they expose themselves. What is more racially offensive is the fact that you have a reporter trying to defend the racists. Black people, I'm going to tell you right now, if there's anybody that you personally know that you call your friend and they say to you that Teofimo is not a racist, he's just promoting racism to get a fight, that man ain't never been your friend. Because at the end of the day, you are who you hang out with. You are who you defend. And it don't matter how much hip hop he listens to. It don't matter how many pairs of Jordans he's got or how many black friends he got. When he's extremely comfortable to defend another racist, he's showing you his true colors. With that being said, let's get back to the question and the answer by Jim.
Promotion. So my question for you is, what do you think about a fighter openly admitting that he's using racism as promotion?
I totally agree with Terrence Crawford. I totally agree with the notion that it's undignified and not good for the sport, particularly an utterly multiracial sport like this one, for people to be using that particular dialectic as a way of promoting a fight. I think that Terrence's response to that and the way he handled it is further illustration of his great intelligence, of his understanding of his role now as a statesman for the sport, and I'm glad to hear that Teofimo listened to him and backed off a little bit.
Thank you, Jim.
What is Jim talking about when he said he's glad that Teo backed off a little bit? Teo, he didn't back off. He's still saying the same racist stuff today. And Crawford didn't make Teofimo apologize. Teo just said the same thing that he's been saying, which is, once again, I'm saying racist things just to promote fights. Fights that don't even exist. Fights that ain't even been negotiated, by the way. Which would be like Shakur Stevenson saying something racist about Tyson Fury and then saying, I'm only saying this to promote fights. This is what Teofimo told Crawford when Crawford seen him face to face. He never made Teo apologize. In fact, I was really disappointed with Terrence Crawford for taking a picture with Teofimo Lopez. Man, I would have never took a picture with his ass. Even if he really did apologize, which he never did. So now apparently the new code word for being a racist is being a promoter. I'm not a racist, I'm a promoter. Yeah, we know what time it is. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, the fever blisters, diabetic ulcers, this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called Elo Key Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to elodekey.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram. Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com.